This is a recording. Hi, this is. Oh, wow. Um, this is Matthew, California Conventions blog. It is 9:28 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8:28 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here at Taiyou Day 4? Day 4 or Taiyou day after day 1. Day after 1. As you can see, it's Monday, which means we have to go home. Well, not yet. I mean, I don't think we can drive 600 miles in one shot.
But the room's getting cleared out.
Yeah, we're almost cleared out. We got some time to check out before we go Alice Cooperstown, back to LA, enjoy one last day in LA, and then go back home to our lives. And by lives, I mean Sacramento, Southern Oregon.
I don't want to go back to that tormented life, man.
No, we do want to, really. But we know that we had a lot of fun here at Taiyou. You know, last night we were talking to one of the...
we're talking to the chairman.
The chairman. And...
Actually, the director.
The director. And we just had so much perspective that we never saw. That makes us appreciate what they did over the weekend. It makes us appreciate what we did as press to get the maximum coverage we could from this. To get maximum coverage out of this convention. And primarily, you know, I wish we, you know, can I say it about, I'll give you 1 second. I wouldn't be surprised if, when it's all said and done, our reports, our videos, our logs, our, you know, stories, is Persona based, because me and him, we are big Persona fans. We came and we conquered Persona. However, it felt like there should have been more, because between all the time we were doing Persona stuff, there was a lot of downtime, and that downtime didn't have anything that was interesting on our radar, or something that we would take up by eating and resting for the next event. For example, after the Persona gathering, we could have done another panel or anything, but no, we had to eat so that we could prepare for the concert. So it's part scheduling, part we were here to cover, and we got what we covered.
Just overall, in my perspective, you know, I mean, all in all, we had a good time, and yeah, we are here primarily for the glorified Persona, or at least, you know.
Oh, with the dash of Pokemon.
Well, I mean, there's some Pokemon, yeah, but even, you know, overall, it's just like, you know, I think, you know, we came, we got what we wanted to do. I mean, we got all our autographs, we got everything that, you know, we could, any real fan or dedicated, I shouldn't say real, but dedicated.
They're dedicated, loyal fans of
the one, I will say at this con, the 1%ers.
Or the 1%ers of the whole entire, of the franchise as a whole. If you think about how only a dedicated select few came out to...
I mean, 50 really dedicated. Like,
yeah, 50 came out to, of all places in the world, not Los Angeles, not New York, not Chicago, Miami, San Francisco, New Orleans, any place with a top 10 convention. They came to Mesa, Arizona. Let us sink in for a second. We're not even in the proper Phoenix. We're like
a suburb.
We're like 20 minutes away. We're in Mesa. Who knew that when this is all said and done, that you could tell your kids and your grandkids when you pass on your traits of video game knowledge that anime knowledge that you went to a con in Mesa and saw Shioko Harada, Lotus Shoes, and Yumi Kawamura. Only 50 people can really say that. I mean, and especially the fact that
50 dedicated.
50 dedicated, because
and
then we got the
250.
I know it's 450 because us 50 we had no series of lifetime to sit down, well, for a little bit. I mean,
just have a passionate one-on-one.
Come over here. Time flies. I just wish we could play this all over again.
I mean, just give me a second if I may.
Yeah.
Going out the window here, I mean, just...
It's beautiful.
Minus the ugly, like, you know, dust on the outside. It's a really beautiful area here. The location's great. I mean, like I said, the Mesa, the Mesa Marriott,
Yeah, Miss Marriott. Miss Marriott's a beautiful, it's a great hotel.
the great hotel. I mean, look at that. You may think, oh, hey, that's the pool, right? Nope, that's no pool by any means, but
That's just a fountain.
that's just a fountain. But
I mean,
still, even then, that's a great place.
Yeah.
That was a great place to shoot at.
I mean, shout outs to the Marriott staff for holding Taiyou. And it seems like, because the thing is, there wasn't that many rooms here to begin with anyway. There was like, I think it was only about 160 rooms versus, rooms have like 320 at a major anime convention. May staff was really helpful. Staff that were here to check us in and check us out was very helpful. And, I expect that out of the Marriott brand more than any other brand hotel I've ever been to for any con.
Because who stays with the Hiltons anyway?
Huh?
Because whoever really stays with the Hiltons anyway?
Anime Expo.
Forget Paris.
But I mean, and there were hiccups. But if you were at con, you probably never notice. It's only if you pay attention to the small details. But every con has hiccups. I mean, all the major ones, AX, Anime, Otakon, Anime Week in Atlanta, SAC Anime, they all have hiccups. No con's perfect in one way or another. But it didn't stop us from having the time of our lives here and wondering where we'll be next.
If I may say something myself,
Okay.
all in all, it's just that meet and greet was that was something.
Oh.
But let me just skip back to later on that night.
Mm-hmm. So later on,
I think it was a big blessing
mm-hmm.
to be able to sit down. Now before I actually go on with this, I'm just gonna say that how many times, whether you're media, whether you're a fan, you're just like
Staff.
a normal attendee,
Or staff, or even staff.
how many times can you really get the proper chance to say that you got to sit down with a guest of honor? It's literally just socialize and have a few drinks with said guest of honor.
With not that many. You really, not that many can really say that.
Well, not to brag, everyone that's watching, but
We did.
we sat down with Lotus Juice and Yumi
And
Kamura.
to a certain extent, Yumi Kamura, but she wasn't, that night, she was kind of in her own circle, so it's like, okay, and then there's her, and then there was Lotus Juice. And, I mean, and the fact that we told him, we're going to put this in our report, the fact that we had told him that he's a big influence to us. The fact that we were streaming Carpe Diem on the way back, and now that we know his influences, his background, what he did in the past, his present and his future, what he's doing with Shioko, what she's doing with Yumi, what he's doing with Yumi, what he's doing with Shoji Meguro, and also hearing it live too as well. It changes your perspective on the albums you listen to and how you perceive not only the lyrics in the songs, but then you start interpreting that into the game.
Well, not just the game, but I mean, again,
And
Lotus being such a deep, kind of passionate person.
Yeah.
Just on the outside, he may look kind of intimidating, if I may say.
Oh yeah.
Myself.
If you know who he was, you'd be like, who's this tall person?
But I mean, Lotus, if you are watching this, like I said, we do appreciate you and Yumi and Shihoko coming out.
Yumi.
I said Yumi.
Oh, so I said you like you me.
Making me look bad on camera right
Sorry.
now.
It just sounded like I couldn't hear it.
Anyways, if you are watching this, like I said, we do appreciate having a few drinks with you last night. We do appreciate all three of you. I mean, it's really a blessing to have all three of you come out to, even if it is even the smallest of cons.
Mm-hmm. And
sometimes we faithful here in the U.S.
And sometimes
we love
go ahead.
we love your music. We love all your guys' music. We love Persona. We just we're very blessed and we're very thankful that you guys came all the way out from Japan to come back here to the States and actually give a live performance for all of us. Because, you know, it may be a long time before we ever see you guys again, but just if you guys are watching this, me, myself, Matt, and every one of those 500 attendees that were there, those dedicated one percenters.
Yeah.
We're very thankful that you guys came out, and we're really wishing if it's not just Arizona love, but
Worldwide love.
Worldwide love, man. Primarily the fact that we hope to see you guys relatively soon. And not just back here, but I mean, anywhere in the United States. Because
there's people out there that didn't go, and I would love for them to get the same opportunity that we did, to go and see them and to interact with them on the level that we did. Whether it's in here, back in Arizona, California, Washington,
New York.
There was mention of New York. There's places where those three can go and have a second set of people say, that they can say, we saw them, we heard, we listened to them. It's just, we did it.
But,
And it's very interesting. I think a couple of people say, hey, I thank you, Persona changed my lives. And you kind of gawk at that for a second, just for a second. And then once, like I said, when you listen to lyrics, you start interpreting the game. You start interpreting the messages in the game based upon the songs, and then you relate it to all.
You start decrypting the meaning
the
of
rest
the game.
Of the plot based upon the music.
Not just it's not just the music aspect. You gotta remember, every game has a theme.
Yeah.
Just decrypting that theme, just really tugs on you.
Yeah, and I gawked at the fact that I think someone said God, and then by the end of the week, and by now, I can't gawk at that anymore because I can say that is true.
Well,
I mean, both of us can say that it's true.
Yeah. Well, let me finish up on this last statement. I mean, again, if you guys are watching, come back to the U.S. All of us are welcoming you back with open arms because. As much as you love us, or at least as much as you saw, how much we love your music. I'm just gonna say right now, as a dedicated fan of not just Persona music, but Lotus, your music itself is so inspirational. The fact that we love to have you back, no matter what happens. And I'll stop on that, but for now.
I'm lost for now. Like I said, it's changed. Once the game's changed your life, but now that you've been the artist and you've done a decryption and you've really dug into the deeper meaning, it really does tug and it really does affect your life. It influences your life, and it's crazy how there's so many ways it could. You could start anywhere, really. And you can't start anywhere.
Well, I guess we can kind of go about the themes.
Themes of living life to your fullest, valuing friendship.
Going from, pretty much, living life to your fullest and accepting
death.
That's 3.
Yeah. And then friendship is 4.
Friendship, friendships, trust, reliability, pretty much just finding the truth, not in just yourself, but within others.
And then 5, 5 is looking like freedom, break out of the normal society that has pulled you in. But we don't know that yet.
We can't really.
But we can interpret just upon seeing a 1-minute trailer.
Freedom is primarily the base thing.
It looks like it. It looks like it, but that's all up to interpretation. But
I really just don't want to go home.
And nobody wants to go I just wish I could stay here. Hopefully they come back.
Well, they left like 4 hours ago.
Well, yeah, it's 9:45. They're probably on a flight back to LAX and then back to Japan.
We ain't beating them to LAX.
They're already at LAX right now.
That are already on their way back home.
Could be. Depends on what your layover is. But oh, my phone's over there. It's very interesting about this trip that I was planning for this. About a month ago, you were not supposed to be here.
I wasn't.
No, I had planned to fly.
In fact, I was just tied down.
I was gonna fly out by myself, get a rental car. I was gonna spend almost $300 on a flight from Sacramento, get a rental car so I can go explore and drive. But and then I contacted Ryan. I said, "Hey, let's just go." I said to Ryan, "Let's just go. Let's take a car and let's travel down to Phoenix." And this is like a month in, so within a month we're free logistics parts. But it was all worth it in the end because I did it with my best friend and my best colleague I've ever had on this website. Yeah, I could say there was, if you've read about what happened, in just in terms of how everything happened when I wrote a couple of years ago. But you can't let go who helped you get to where you are. I mean, you helped me get to where I wanted to be with this website, and in turn, you gave me what I needed to make this bigger. And I'm thankful for that. There's only a handful. I can name like one other person that has actually done that on a personal level. That's not to say, I'm not putting down the rest of them. I mean, everyone's been helpful. It's just that personal connection we've made, because it not only extends beyond just blogging, but extends to friendship and family.
I'm just glad, we had really cool roommates over the weekends.
And shout outs to both Danny and Michael. Actually got their names right this time around.
Well, you gotta, no matter what, on video it wouldn't matter because, like, you said it right, but you...
Yeah, but I was pointing to them, like, I see Danny, he's like, "Hey, Michael," and I see Michael, hey, Danny.
Yeah, that's kind of how it kept happening over the weekend.
Yeah, they all came from Portland, which is in Ryan's territory. And I met some Portland.
Just about 200 miles out.
200 miles. Then I met some, fellow Oregonians.
Oregonians.
Damn Californians.
I'm a hypocrite.
They were awesome. And the thing is that they also shared the same passion for the Persona franchise as we did. And it just made the experience even better because all four of us can sit down and talk about Persona.
Just relate.
Just talk about the games, talk about the music that we're hearing.
The experiences, just the memories we all shared this weekend.
It's insane. I mean, we have them on video, about a 20-minute video about them talking about Persona and eating In-N-Out. Well, that's going to be a really good video to put up.
Just all in all, I'm really glad that this was a better turnout for not just like them, but for us.
And for all those people that went. And all those who couldn't go that are seeing.
I really feel bad for the rest of our staff who couldn't make it
Who
either.
couldn't go because of either they went to other cons or didn't kind of, it was, would you say it was kind of a risk to go? Compared to playing it safe for other conventions that are around the same area? It's around the same time.
Well, I mean, even the director said this, all in all, this year was a gamble.
Yeah, it was a gamble. I mean, and for cons, like, I've seen cons like where they go all in and hope that you score it. And sometimes cons don't take that risk, or they don't hit the river and they're done. They don't hit it. They don't hit their flop. They don't hit shit. They don't hit the river, and they're done. But sometimes they hit that flop, and it looks really good. Then you hit that turn and river, and then you're like, yeah, we actually did it, and they did.
Matt,
They did.
Matt, we're not at Otakon Vegas right now.
They did. They got their 21.
Oh God.
They beat the dealer.
Okay, dude. We're like 200 miles south of where that is. Just that's another con. That's another area. Just
No, technically there are casinos here in Arizona.
Matt, we all know Vegas is where we all go.
Yeah. Okay, but going beyond that, it paid off for them, and as a result, they've got something that you can never replace, which is international attention. There are so few cons that can garner that amount of international attention. Not just from attendees, but fans. Those who came, people traveled from Ecuador, Brazil,
Alaska.
Alberta, Canada, Alaska, Texas, California,
Florida.
Oregon, Florida, Ohio. I was here in Ohio. They came out here, and now, especially when Persona is a worldwide, I mean,
It's a worldwide phenomenon.
And it was really interesting that Lotus was telling a story about how he went to Mexico a year ago, and out there in Mexico, you can't buy Persona 3. You have to import it from America. You can't buy the games. Yet there was 2,000 fans, all excited and all singing along and enjoying the concert the same way we did. And that's in a place that you can't get the game at all. And they didn't expect that type of turnout. And as they're finding out, there are fans. There are fans that are willing to come out and see everybody. There are people, and I believe, and they expected. Now, the probably expectations were very, like you know what you expect, but they didn't know if they expected that. And there's one moment in the concert, and I'm not gonna tell it because I want people to find out. When we post a video, when we post it, I want to.
When we post our
Our
TaiyouCon 2015 Persona concert playlists.
Yeah, there's gonna be a part that you'll see that will just blow your mind. I don't want to spoil it because unless you were there, you know that what that moment is. But if not, you need to watch it and then look at the person that's singing. That's all I'm gonna say.
I will say this part at the very least. When you see her expression,
It's priceless.
so all in all, I mean, it's getting later in the day.
Later today, it's only 10 a.m.
Still, I mean, we gotta clear out of here.
Yeah, we have until what? Well, we gotta get out of here because we're gonna go eat and then go back to LA, eat some more, rest, and then go back home, eat some more, and you gotta go home, eat some more. We're not done yet. Hey, we're not done yet.
All in all, our business here in Arizona, or at least Phoenix.
But no. We have one more thing left to do.
We still have business left in Phoenix.
We have
before
some
we're out of
business.
here.
It's not on. We kind of crossed off our Phoenix bucket list.
But any last words for the viewers, Lotus Juice, or anyone who was at the concert?
Well, all of you guys are wonderful. All the people that I saw, all the people that I met, all the fans that I saw, and I met and interacted with over the weekend. It's one to know that we're not alone. That you and me are not alone, and that we all share the same passion, the same love. And now that we've been to that personal level, it's just something that's transcendent, if you really think about it. It transcends anything that we've ever done and seen so far.
Anyways, I think we're gonna drop the video here. We've been rambling on for about 25 whole minutes.
Oh
so.
man, our videos are gonna be man. Oh, it's gonna be some time put up these videos. Holy moly! Especially in the resolution we've been shooting at. I mean, if it wasn't for me shooting, because I need to convert these. What's that? Ryan could have shot the entire concert in 4K.
I could have shot everything that we've done this weekend in 4K, but
Yeah, but I think you ran. Yeah, I think you ran out during the Persona concert.
no, it's because we didn't unload the Persona concert the first day before Lotus Juice, and then I had to stop there.
Oh.
But in any case, this has just been a rightful experience for all of us. For all of us at the California Conventions blog here in Taiyou, we had a great time. Taiyou, thanks for inviting us. We really
Thank you. I love you guys. Gato, Michael.
and everyone here at Taiyou, we really appreciate you inviting us out here. And like I said, you blow up as big as you did. No matter what happens, we'll come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, for those of us at the California Conventions blog, my name is Ryan Silva. This is Matthew Miranda of the California Conventions blog. We'll see you on the other side
Of California.
So, take it easy, viewers.